Yo, what up, boys?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks to O-Dog for the great intro, man. Welcome to the Tell Your Friends podcast, season 3 here, episode 2. We got a little draft recap. We got some clips from the league mates. Drew DeSalle here, sitting across the table from our boy Mikey G. Cyberg. What up, Mike?
We finally got O-Dog to get on the podcast and leading it off in a great way. It sounded fantastic. We're happy to have him on. And hopefully at some point maybe a guest. But I'm happy to be here. I think we had a pretty solid draft on Thursday.
Oh, up on the roof, we did it right, man. We had the music, we had the drinks, we had the cooler up there. That was great.
It was a good time. Thank you, everyone, for attending. We had a great time with you, rocking out to some 80s jams and picking up some players.
Hell yeah. All right, so I jotted down. I got some quick notes from the league here.
Housekeeping.
Have you heard of the Matt Stafford contract, Jeets? What's your take on him being the highest paid NFL player ever?
So tell me the logistics on this. He got the biggest contract of any NFL quarterback ever?
Any NFL player ever.
Okay. So my thought is quite simply this. Who was the highest paid before him? Joe Flacco?
The highest paid before him was Derek Carr, I think.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Oakland Raiders quarterback.
I think what you're seeing is just a trend of just these building blocks. It's getting bigger and bigger every year. And maybe this guy, is he the best player in football? No, absolutely not. Did he even go? I don't even think he went in our draft as I look at the board right now. So the highest paid football player.
Don't tell me that. Look what team he's on over there.
Did you pick him?
You picked him.
I picked him?
Yeah. You snaked him. I wanted him. You picked him right before me.
Oh, no, Derek Carr. No, I'm talking about Matt Stafford.
Oh, I got you.
I see him there. He went in the 15th round to Webb's team.
Oh, okay. But you're right. Stafford probably didn't go.
But he's definitely not the best player in the league. It's just this building blocks. And if you have a quarterback that's somewhat competent, you're going to get paid.
I know. I mean, quarterback's more important than ever,
You're gonna get
especially
laid.
in the last 5 years. And it's like whoever's contract's up and they're decent, all right, you're going to have a huge contract.
Everyone's taking this big money. Brady's taking these smaller contracts and letting the team do work.
It's crazy.
Damn.
I
Fuck the
think it
Patriots.
says more about the system than it says about the Lions or that it says about Stafford. You know what I mean? I'm not sure whose contract's up next, but I'm sure they'll be getting something even bigger, right?
Hey, good for him. Congratulations. Yeah, you can't hate on Matt Stafford for taking as much money as possible. I don't think he's going to live up to the contract. I don't see Detroit making the playoffs or going on any kind of run anytime soon. But, hey, take the money while you can.
All right, so another small piece. We got my man Joe Hayden from the Browns coming over to the Steelers. Now, if you're not an AFC North fan, if you're not in the grind of that, this may be kind of foreign to you or maybe kind of small minor news, but huge news for AFC North. Huge for Browns, Steelers, Ravens, Bengals fans. You know, hated rivals, Browns, Steelers. And they said he turned down other offers just to come to the Steelers, which is crazy.
Yeah, I'll let you take the lead on this one. This one's kind of a snoozer outside of Middle America. But a good pickup for your Steelers. You should be very proud. A defense that's already good just got a little better. So congratulations.
Thank you there. He comes with a little bit of baggage, you know, and we do have to pay him a decent amount of money for it. But I just think I don't know. I don't know if it's like a slap in the face to the Browns fans. I'm curious to talk to our boy Timmy Hartnett about it, see what he's got to say.
We'll have to get him on the next podcast. Maybe we'll get a sound clip from him the next time we see him.
For sure. Let's jump into a little draft recap now.
A draft recap. So how are we going to do this? Play it out for me.
Well, we got our board up next to us here, our big board. So we're going to run through our teams top to bottom. Give a little
Live
tidbit
look
about
at all
each.
your picks. All right, so what we'll do is we'll do a quick 15-second recap of every team, go down the line. I'll start us off with number 1 pick, Nolan. Showed up to the draft at 7:29.
Last in, right?
Last one in. I purposely set the draft to 7:45 because I fucking knew Nolan would be coming in at 0 dark 30 when we're starting this damn thing. So I gave him 15 minutes leeway. You have to plan ahead for that kind of thing, guys.
Yeah,
For those of you setting up drafts at home.
not a good way to earn listener of the week right there.
I'm liking my chances. Probably the most well-rounded team out there. What do you think guys? Yeah, they agree.
But nonetheless, first pick for the second straight year, Nolan goes with David Johnson in the first round. What do you think about Nolan's squad?
Not a real surprise there at the top, obviously, right? He's got Gronk in the third round, kind of interesting, right? Kind of interesting. I think the thing that sticks out to me is you got Andrew Luck in the 9th round. Now, he may not even start week 1 for the Colts, so he may be picking somebody up. We'll see what he does there.
You could pick up Matt Stafford. Check the waiver wire. Maybe he's on there already.
There you go, big contract and all. All right, pick number 2. We got our boy, Timmy Maffitt. Tim Maffitt, number 2, went with Lev Bell out of the gate. He's got Drew Brees in a quarterback. Interesting move in rounds 5 and 6 with 2 tight ends. He's got Greg Olsen and Jimmy Graham. That's not happening in a lot of other leagues.
Yeah, I like Maffitt's team. I like the 2 tight ends thing is a little interesting. I think in his mind, maybe he's setting that up as trade bait. Some of these teams have a tight end that goes down early. All of a sudden, he's got a guy to dangle in front of their eyes.
I feel pretty solid. I'm happy with my 2nd-round pick. Nolan went for the man I didn't think he would, so I got Le'Veon Bell. I'm pretty happy about that, Michael.
Yeah, also interesting, if you look at both teams, Ingram went right before in the 7th round, and then Maffitt picked up Peterson. So both New Orleans running backs back-to-back. That's kind of interesting, too.
That is interesting. That could also be another trade bait rumor. Maybe he just plays the hot hand. And we'll move into lamenting about Cyberg's team, who got the wonderful news of Julian Edelman, my 5th-round pick. I spared you of the disaster for your squad.
This was a great fantasy football moment for me. Yeah, a hate to see it moment for you. But I told you during the draft I was really pissed you got him right before me. I wanted him.
It's the risk you run of the early drafts.
That's right.
I'll tell you what, though, despite all of that, now Edelman's an injury risk, regardless of if he's out for the season. Yeah, we know now. We now know early he's out for the season. I like my chances this year. I like AB, the number 1 spot.
That's right.
I think I have the top quarterback in the league. I realized I was the first one to draft one.
I'm a little disappointed you got Brown right before me. I was thinking maybe you went to the hometown Beckham pick, anything like that. But AB is going to be great for you. I really like your team other than the Edelman issue. I like your Evan Ingram sleeper down at the bottom. He might turn into something big for you.
Yeah, I wanted O.J. Howard. Pedley had him. He actually dropped him. I was thinking about picking him up. But you know what? I feel like the upside is there for both guys. I'm going to ride out the hometown boy in Evan Ingram and see if he could put up a number this year.
Good shit, man. All right, my team, Drew DeSalle, pick number 4. I think I may have a little team name change. I might put that in tonight. We'll see what that can come up with.
Oh, stay tuned, folks.
Went with Beckham, although the injury news was already out. We knew the ankle was maybe an issue. I just took it as a non-factor. I think he's going to be perfectly okay, hopefully. I really like my Crabtree pick. I like Delvin Cook there in the 6th round running back. Hopefully he can pop. A little disappointed that I'm a little heavy on the Eagles. I'm not high on the Eagles as a team, and I have Elshon and Zach Ertz. That's one thing I would change if I had to go do it back over again.
Yeah, I'm a little hesitant about your heavy hand on the Eagles as well. Yeah. Also, your quarterback situation is suspect at best.
Yeah, you fucked me.
I know.
I was getting Derek Carr, and you decided you had to back up the best quarterback. You had to back up Aaron Rodgers with that pick with Derek Carr right before me.
I'm like Timmy Maffitt, baby. I'm going to dangle that trade bait in front of you. Let's make a deal right here on the podcast. First ever.
Maybe next time.
All right. Moving on to Mikey Viggs. He took the hometown boy, and here's what he has to say about it.
Got my boy A-Rob again. Maybe a reach, but he's the man. Penn State for life. Using the depth approach here. No backup tight end, no backup quarterback. Going to use the waiver wire during the season and just backing up all the receivers and the running backs.
Now, what do you think about Viggs' team?
Interesting, right? I mean, some might call some of those reaches. I think he even's calling it a reach himself, right? But I don't know. I'm a little higher on it than you might be. I think we were talking about that a little bit.
I'm suspect. Suspect of Viggs' team.
Well, I mean, Cook's stock is rising, right, over in New England.
I think he needs a running back.
Yeah, you don't like Lamar Miller, no Spencer Ware. I guess Ware could get knocked out of a job eventually, right? But he's got Run DMC. He's got Darren McFadden, who's going to be the starter down, while Zeke's out. So he's able to scoop him up. That will be some
nice
late.
Early season points. Maybe he sneaks a couple of wins out with that.
Yeah.
Time will tell, my friend. And in the 6th spot, we got another newcomer, Nicholas Webb.
Who he's just happy to be here.
Happy to be here. Joined us remote on Thursday.
Wish I could be there. Happy to take y'all's money this year.
I'm actually pretty high on Webb's team. I like... I think early on he's going to face some challenges with some guys out, some suspensions, but he's got some 3 of the top receivers, in my opinion, with Evans, Bryant, who needs to stay healthy, and Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
A lot of upside, but a lot of risk.
I love the Evans pick there. Evans, one of my favorite guys this year. Interesting, we kind of disagree a little bit. What I was pointing out is you got Zeke Elliott, who's out for 7 weeks because of suspension and then a bye week. He's also got Doug Martin down there, who he is also out, 4? I think he's out 4 weeks. So he's got this first 4-week stretch where, who's he starting in there at running back? Theo Riddick? I mean, it's going to be interesting.
That's his hometown boy. You know what? Just stay afloat for the first 6 weeks, go 3-3, and I think he's going to be in good shape. He does have our boy, let me point out, as I pointed out earlier, Matt Stafford, highest paid player in the league.
Oh, he does have Matt Stafford. All right, so Stafford did not go undrafted.
He did not go undrafted, but that's gonna be heavy on Nick Webb's payroll this season.
He's going to make some cap space in the offseason.
He might have to clear a couple guys.
All right, we got our boy on the intro. Did the intro. We got our boy O-Dog in the 7th.
Run
pick.
it back.
Yo, what up, boys?
I like O-Dog's team. I think another team with a lot of risk, especially LaShawn McCoy. This guy is healthy. He's going to put up a big number. But yeah, you run the risk of losing your first-round pick pretty early and often. I think I would have gone green with that pick, but hey, it could work. We'll see if it works out for him.
Interesting. I love the Michael Thomas pick in round 2. Ty Montgomery in 5th round looks like. 2 guys I definitely like on his squad. He's all pumped up. Right, he's pumped up about his kicker, isn't he?
He is. And play the clip.
Yo, I'm pretty pumped about fucking my boy Justin Tucker going in the 11th round. I ain't worried about it because I know he's going to be putting up points all season long. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so O-Dog's got his kicker. Was the first kicker off the board. What is that, 11th, 12th round, something there? But he loves Justin Tucker, man, huh?
And O-Dog is also the holder of the lone write-in pick this season.
Oh, you're right.
You remember who it was last year? I think there was only one last year, too.
It was the Green Bay guy last year.
No, that was 2 years ago.
Oh, shit.
I don't know. Yeah, I have to look it up. I have to listen to last year's podcast to find out.
Well, who's this one, though?
This is Nelson Aguilar. If you can see, it's Philadelphia Eagles receiver.
Gotcha.
No, the Green Bay one was, not to go off on a rant here, but that was your boy Lesh Knows Best. Picked up James Jones.
Dead homies. He had a great season, or a great start, at least.
Some great luck. So, O-Dog, we wish you... I'm not going to wish you any luck with Nelson Aguilar, being that he's wearing the Eagles green. Sorry, Nolan. And Maffett.
All right, so we got Pedley here in the 8th pick.
What's up, buddy?
Went A.J. Green in the 1st round. I really like that. I think that's going to be a strong pick. Interesting with the running backs, right? Jay Ajayi, McCaffrey. They could have a lot of high upside, but their floor could also be low too. If McCaffrey doesn't really get a feature role potentially as a rookie, and now you have Cutler in Miami with Ajayi, could affect them. Interesting.
Yeah, definitely lots of upside. I like Pedley's team. I like the McCaffrey pick. I think he's a running back that can run out into the flats and pick up some nice PPR points.
Yeah, Mariota.
Last I checked, we are doing a PPR league.
That's right, PPR. Mariota, quarterback. Love that.
What do you think about Bonesaw in the 9th pick?
Mr. Bonesaw. Let's see who's up there. We got Devonta Freeman, Jordy Nelson, Crowell. I like the Pryor pick. Everybody's pretty high on Pryor this year.
Well, I'm not, Doug.
Everybody except Mike
I can't get the
Seibert.
quarterback thing out of my head. I get that the guy played okay in Cleveland last year, put up some decent numbers, but I don't know. They're going to figure that guy out. I don't know.
I remember watching him back in high school in Pittsburgh. Man, the kid's an athlete. In my opinion, he should have went and played basketball. The guy can ball like LeBron James, but I think he's going to do just fine at receiver. He's an athletic freak. I mean, maybe not everybody's seen that side of him, but I know some of the training camp videos and catches are already coming out.
I guess so. Yeah, he's an athlete, all right. Obviously, to switch positions like that on a dime, but I'll let the chips fall where they may on that one.
Yeah, he's got my favorite defense down there, the Steelers too. All right, last but not least, I feel like we're always saying this about Tim because he's always our last pick. Tim Hartnett with the 10th pick, the final pick in our 10-team league. What, he snagged Melvin Gordon out there? Who else is up there, Mikey?
Our bookends. I hate to say this about Tim, and he has 6 running backs, but his running back situation is suspect.
Well, he kind of got fucked on the auto pick. Remember on the Kareem Hunt? Which I feel like we're going to look back on the Hunt pick and be like, wow, that was a genius pick. I think Hunt might have a good year for Kansas City.
Kansas City, that's where he plays?
Yeah, because, you got Spencer Ware over there who he could kind of unseat him as the year goes on.
I've never even heard of him.
That's what makes somebody a sleeper, right?
That's a good point. That's also my lack of fantasy football knowledge as I break down this year's draft.
Well, you got to like his Paul Perkins pick, right? Your boy, New York Giant.
I'm low on the Giants running game. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, I think you're just being a little coy, my friend.
It's called cautiously optimistic.
The Giants should be great. You know what? The Giants are lucky because they get Dallas in week 1. They get them without Zeke.
Call it luck, but I call it they would have beat him either way.
All right, so you want to say who are our favorite 2 teams here? You want to pick those out?
Yeah, I'll pick one, you pick one, and we'll go from there. I'm going to go with Stephen Pedley's team.
Yeah?
I like the upside of his running backs. I like the AJ Green pick, and I think he's gonna put a solid year up. I'm gonna put him in. I'll put him as the second best team in the draft because we can't include our teams.
Yeah, good shit. All right, well, we kind of teased it last time. Here we're going to officially introduce it. We got the Listener of the Week segment is going to go to our favorite team up here.
Listener of the week.
Listener of the Week. Congratulations, Tim Maffett.
Woo!
Maff, you got our favorite team. We really like it. Lev Bell, obviously,
Love
great pick. Steelers fan of me loves that. Drew Brees, a quarterback, is going to take you to the promised land. He, I think, got our highest draft grade of the auto draft grades that they put out. It's a great draft.
He didn't draft a kicker, so I think that's something that they took into account. They said, you know what, this guy is a smart drafter. He's not wasting his 16 picks on scrubs.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to take what you can bend the rules and do. And
Yeah.
half or more people didn't even know we could do that.
Kickers and defenses, they come and go as they please.
Yeah, especially with only 10 teams in the league.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun league with the talent. So who do you like the least on this board?
So I know when we were looking at it, somebody we kind of disagreed on. I touched a little bit, but mine's Nick Webb. You know, I know he had the remote draft. I don't know if that plays into it or not.
Yeah, welcome to the league, Nick Webb.
He's got 2 of his
it's a
best
tough
running
place to
backs
be.
are hurt or are out, I should say.
Yeah, I like Webb's team. I think he's going to be a pretty big talent when those guys come back. But you're not alone in your challenges with looking at Webb's draft. Tim Maffett, our number 1 team overall, was also very concerned about Webb. Actually, I got a text message the following day, last Friday,
Oh, yeah?
specifically about Webb and saying, you know, I'm concerned about Webb's team. This is from Maffett. You know, has he asked for a redraft yet? Is he not going to pay up? He's worried.
Meaning he doesn't like it, meaning he thinks it sucks.
He's concerned about the draft. Yeah, he's not very high on that team.
Ooh, interesting. I think because both guys are hurt, that's tough. But if you give them, you know, show me that team in week 8, week 9, I think they'll be pretty good.
I don't mind Webb's team, I'll be honest. And the Ray Umhofer honorary our least favorite team of the draft award goes to, sorry, Viggs, I got to give it to you. I'm just not crazy on this team. I don't like the Robinson pick. I know he's a Penn State guy. I know you love him. And the Ryan pick really stands out to me in the 7th round. Now, I know I'm living over here in a glass house. I'm already losing my 5th round pick in Edelman, but I got to go with Viggs.
Yeah, and, you know, slightly disagreed on some of these two, right? Viggs, to me, not too bad, right? Is a little high for the Allen Robinson picks, but that's his boy. He loves him. He's going to live and die with him.
Yeah, he hasn't changed his team name either this year, which I'm sure is an added benefit.
So it was just out of laziness.
I got to pick this guy. I'm not changing this team name.
I mean, someone interesting on the team, I definitely think is Sammy Watkins, right? He goes out to L.A., he leaves Buffalo. I mean, the guy's talented. He's athletic. Can he go in there and do something? Potentially, you know? Does Matt Ryan have another year where he's, you know, putting up some of the best offensive numbers? Potentially.
Sounds like a lot of upside all over that board to me.
Oh, I hate all this, like, well, is this maybe going to happen or is that maybe going to happen?
That's all this analysis shit is, though. That's all ESPN. They'll spend 6 weeks talking about this shit. Well, if so-and-so breaks his back, then...
We got to get the season here. It's so close. It's so close. You know, college is heating up. We had a few games, and then now, Thursday, we really get the full-on deal. We get some big games in week 1. It's going to be awesome. And then you get the NFL the following week. I can't fucking wait.
I could taste it. It's on our tongue. Yeah, if you want to hear about the college football games coming up this week, refer back to last week's episode as we reviewed that.
That's
but
right.
There's some big ones this week. We're excited for it.
All right, Mikey, we got some clips to add into this thing. It's going to get, we're all right on time, but
Probably from a scheduling perspective, for those of you keeping score at home, probably take a bye week next week, kind of between weeks.
yeah,
And then we'll come back at you with week 1 action.
for damn sure.
Good luck to our squads.
Thanks for tuning in, guys, and good luck to everybody.
And tell your friends.